So, liebe Freunde, ich bin genauso überrascht wie ihr. Ich habe überhaupt keine Ahnung, was mich hier erwartet. Es geht um Scars Above, ist ein neuer Titel von mittlerweile Plaion. Ne? Plaion ist der Vertrieb. Es ist nicht mehr Koch Media, wie es früher war, es ist Plaion. Und Plaion wird uns genauso ans Herz wachsen und genauso viel Spaß machen wie dieses wahrscheinlich wunderbare Spiel. Ich freue mich, die beiden Entwickler dabei zu haben. I have two devs here. We'll do it in English for sure, don't worry. Yeah? Just to tell the crowd what we are talking about. So maybe you introduce yourself and you just tell me what we're going to see while we're here, what we are playing.
I'm Sebastian. I'm the technical director on Scars Above.
And I'm Mihajlo. I'm the associate lead technical artist on Scars Above.
Okay.
Right, and we're presenting here at Gamescom our game Scars Above. It's a third-person action-adventure game, shooter, a little bit hard to play, difficult, and a good narrative. Yeah.
It's a shooter. But this young lady, as I see, what she's fighting for, what she's fighting with, and why she's fighting.
This lady is Dr. Kate Ward, our protagonist, and basically the character that you play throughout the game. She finds herself lost on a planet far away, and lost also her colleague astronauts at the same time.
So she's stranded, kind of?
She's stranded, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Stranded and trying to figure out what's going on and figure out how to get back home. Also.
That's nice. That's a nice treat. Okay. Sounds interesting. So she's on a planet that she doesn't know. What we are going to expect to reach out to find out what will be this new universe you're just showing it, because I see some awesome designs. What this is all about?
Well, as soon as you start roaming the planet in search of your teammates, you'll very early on discover that it's a hostile planet, so you'll have to fight your way through. And by doing so, you will traverse through the planet and find out new different biomes, each with their own sets of challenges and enemies, and also environmental opportunities.
Okay.
Because that's kind of one of the core aspects of the game, the interactivity of the whole environment around you.
I see. So it's a kind of an exploration game. It's not only shooter, it's explorating.
But they're monsters also.
I guess so, yeah. I see them. I can guess what kind of monsters there's going to be. What is her story? Well, actually, I mean, can you tell something about her backstory?
Well, I'm not sure if there's much about the backstory involved in the whole game. It's more about...
I could say a few things. So, Kate, she's an astrophysicist and xenobiologist, which means looking and understanding alien life out there.
Okay.
She has her colleagues also. They've been working together. At the beginning of the game, you're with your colleagues of SCARS team. SCARS is Sentient Contact Assessment and Response Team. It's a team of people who go out and assess UFOs or abnormal things on Earth. In fact, it's on that mission where they are looking at an alien object. That's what teleports them to another planet. That's how they get there.
Interesting. Very nice take on new game mechanics. Because it's tough. I mean, a lady with a gun is not. We have seen that a lot.
Yes.
And we already go into other imaginary. But this one seems quite interesting to follow. So we will get something about her backstory. We will get something about this planet. Why is this planet so interesting? What will I learn there?
Well, it's a little bit difficult to start talking about that without revealing too much of the story.
Yeah.
What I can say is there are a lot of secrets to it. The monsters that you come across, they're there for a reason. It's not just monsters on a random planet.
Wonderful.
There's an ancient civilization that existed. And it's long gone. You do not see the remnants. But, I wouldn't want to go
that's
too far.
wonderful. I know exactly where that is going through, and I'm already very, very. I feel tension. I feel the interest to find out, because it's a dark game, right? It's quite a dark game.
It's quite dark. Yeah.
What kind of darkness we are expecting? Horror?
Well, as you mentioned a bit earlier, we see a girl with a gun, which is kind of like, you do see that a lot in sci-fi games, but we have our take on it. She's not a soldier. She's a scientist, so she's not combat prepared already. She doesn't just wake up with her gun and goes in blazing. She's an engineer, so she crafts all the stuff along the way. She picks up new things, picks up some residue from the crashed ship. She crafts stuff. She's very resourceful. And all of the monsters are, all of her foes are greatly stronger and bigger than her.
Wow.
So she has to be very tactical and witty about it.
I understand.
So that's kind of where everything comes into play. You have to use your environment and all of the other elemental opportunities to deal damage and just fight your way through.
Wonderful. Sounds interesting.
Just to hit on the horror element, it's not a hard horror game. There's definitely moments of horror, and some of the monstrosities that you do come across are quite interesting. I would say there's a little bit of an eerie beautiness about the landscape. It's beautiful but uncomfortable, right? So we're touching into the horror space, but it's not a full horror experience. It's science fiction horror.
Nice. So how long did you develop that?
This game was in production for 2 years.
2 years.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
quite fast.
Very fast. So,
The engine you used?
we're using Unreal Engine 4.
Unreal Engine 4.
Yes.
Wow, everybody's using Unreal Engine 4 lately. I just talked to so many people who are using.
Unreal Engine 4 is taking over. Yes.
Why? Because there's Unreal Engine 5, you know.
Unreal Engine 5. Well, I think the main reason is people are finishing their games and not necessarily porting over Unreal Engine 5 is new technology, but we're definitely going to be in that space also.
Wonderful. It's a reliable tool. That's I think the most.
Real and epic games. Good stuff.
What is your background? Where do you come from, actually? Maybe to start with you.
I've been working games about maybe like 9-10 years now. I started off modding games actually.
Okay.
I was a modder I modded Red Orchestra games. This is from Red Orchestra with the 2. Let me think. Well, that's the big one I did.
Okay.
And after that, I realized that you could, get into games and actually make a career out of it.
Nice.
So, nice. I was doing journalism originally, but found myself longer on the computer.
Wow. This is awesome. That's very nice. Because I never tried. I always thought, okay, coding is such a new thing. It would be interesting to get out of my limited space, being a filmmaker, a journalist, whatever. And so you took it from me, and I'm very happy that you did it, because it seems that you come in a big IP in a different environment. You fulfill yourself.
It's been quite a trip.
I guess so. Your family also?
Family?
Family? You have a family?
Well, maybe starting.
Okay. See, that's the decisions after 10 years. When you get into the business. How is it with you? Where do you come from?
Well, I've been in game development for around 7 years now.
Okay.
I've mostly been working on some unreleased indie titles until joining Madhead, where I'm now for over 3 years.
Okay, cool. So you're happy with the whole constellation of Plyon with Embracer Group? Is it like?
Yes.
It's like
definitely a good thing. We're very happy to join the Embracer family.
You have great neighbors, actually. Tim Willits is not so far. The big guys. Fred Schreiber from 3D Realms. I just had a talk with him. It's like, come on,
we're
suddenly
well surrounded.
And that's the new fresh blood. That's really cool.
Well, I have a little factoid. I worked on Aquanox also, and I know that Aquanox is quite famous in Germany.
Yeah, definitely.
I worked on the remake. Well, not a remake, the reimagining. Deep Descent.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
No, it's nice to know.
There's a lot of fans.
The fans will love it, definitely. Here's another hidden figure. Just tell our people what are you doing actually, because we're not introduced.
Well, I'm Daniel Peloyo. I'm the brand manager for Scars Above at Prime Matter, which is a premium label of Plyon. You will see Prime Matter on the cover of the game, but it's part of Plyon, it's part of the same family, and we're very excited about this game, and we see a lot of potential in it, Madhead Games have done an incredible job, and you'll see by yourself in a few months. This is a cool game.
I want to see. When it's going to be released?
We are now aiming for the first quarter of next year, basically, early next year.
Which platforms?
It's releasing on PC and Gen 8 and Gen 9 consoles.
Okay, so it won't be on Switch?
It won't be on Switch.
No, it can't, because it's so big and it has so much textures to see, huh?
I'm willing to try.
I mean, there's some companies who can park quite good, but with this fresh title, I think you should first let the PC guys run their RTX to the end, you know. And I can.
I want to focus on the later hardware and give people something there.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much for giving me that interview. We are really, I'm really, how you call it? Bin gespannt. Yeah? I'm totally excited to see this because after what you told me now, I know it's not just another shooter. It's something with a new constellation where the environment is like touchable. I can interact with animals, with all kinds of things. Leute, gebt dem eine Chance, schaut da mal rein. Das war cool hier zu sein. Herzlichen Dank. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.